Hello everyone, Alex Crouch here, and today I want to have a little chat about an idea I've had for where to go with the hosting of the Olympic Games, because in the past few weeks we've heard stories about maybe the hosts of the 2024 Olympics and the 2028 Olympics being announced at the same time, when the IOC come together to vote on who's going to get the games in 2024 in Lima this coming September. Now, these have all been stories, but today Thomas Bach, the president of the IOC, has actually said that that is now a possibility. Paris and Los Angeles are the only two cities left in the bidding process for 2024, after Budapest, Rome and Hamburg all pulled out, either through losing a public referendum on the bids the cities wanted to put in place, or in the case of Rome, the mayor just cancelled it. Similar stuff was happening for the 2022 Winter Olympics. There were 6 cities that put their name down for it. We had Oslo, Krakow, Lviv, Stockholm, Almaty and Beijing. When it came time to do the votes, only Beijing and Almaty were left, because all the other cities had pulled out, either citing how the IOC were behaving, or costs, or referendum losses. It's not looking good for cities actually wanting to host the games. It's getting to a point like it was in the 70s and 80s. Yeah, it's great, we've got the Olympics. How on earth are we going to pay for this? Because they are ruinously expensive, and if you don't throw the money at them, you're liable for stuff to go wrong. And if an Olympic Games goes wrong, your city doesn't really live it down. It's one of the concerns we in this country had about London 2012, but somehow it was amazing. We were making jokes about it, saying it was going to be, well, I wasn't, but a lot of people were making jokes about how rubbish it was going to be, and it turned out to be great. We got lucky. Other cities maybe not, but I have a plan. I have a plan. With more sports and events being added to the games, thus increasing the cost, and there are better things maybe to spend money on, education, transport, health, these are important things as well. Should future Olympic Games be awarded to a whole country rather than just one city? I reckon there's a decent argument for this. And there could also be precedent as well about to be set, because very recently Durban in South Africa was stripped of hosting the 2022 Commonwealth Games, again not being able to afford it. Now there's a very real possibility that 4 English cities, London, Birmingham, Manchester and Liverpool, could all co-host the event. I reckon that could work in the Olympics, but on a much larger scale, a much larger scale for a much larger event. The costs would be spread out across the entire nation, and not just one city in particular. You wouldn't need to build, say, a velodrome in a city if there's a city in the same country about 200 miles away that's got a velodrome. More people around the host country would be able to spectate, but maybe keep the Category A sports, that's athletics, aquatics and gymnastics, in the same city, preferably the capital city. Stadia in host city countries are already used for football, and Fukushima is going to be hosting baseball and softball games in Tokyo 2020. That news came out today, the day I recorded this, 17th of March 2017. Whole countries hosting the games would allow smaller nations to host the games once more, because let's face it, I don't see Helsinki hosting the Summer Olympics again anytime soon. It'd also be nice if a country like Hungary could host the Olympics, because Hungary is in the all-time top 10 in the Olympic medals table, and they're the only country in that top 10 who hasn't hosted it. I'm not saying, however, that cities in different countries should co-host the games, like Stockholm and Helsinki, for example. I don't really want that to be the direction it goes down. I'd rather it just be, say, all over Sweden, or all over the United States, or all over Spain, or all over India, or all over New Zealand. Let me know what you think. I'm intrigued as to where this could go, because I think this might be the only way we end up saving the games, because shock horror, if it continues on like this, there may be no hosts willing to come forward for 2032, 2036 or 2040. Like, comment, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.